Should I stay with OpenClaw or switch to Hermes? That's the question I could not shake. So let me tell you about the morning it got real. Every day at 7 a.m., my agent runs one boring little job. Check the calendar, check the weather, flag anything I'd forget. That morning, nothing came, no error, no crash. It just quietly didn't run. And I didn't notice until I'd already missed something. That's when Hermes started looking tempting. Self-made skills, curated memory, Kanban, profiles, one clean dashboard, one glance, and you know what your agent is doing. But here's the real question, is Hermes actually better? Or is it the next shiny tool that looks perfect in week 1 and in week 3 has you whispering, wait, why did this work yesterday? This is a maintenance pain video. So let me show you how one silent morning sent me looking. Because I didn't just test OpenClaw. I lived with it. Reminders, Telegram threads, Home Assistant checks, video workflows, scheduled jobs. Small favors that quietly turned into real work. At some point, it stopped being a toy and became part of my actual setup. And that's exactly when agents get dangerous. They fail late after the cron jobs pile up, after memory fills, after you trust the thing enough to stop watching it, which is exactly what I'd done. That's 7 a.m. Job was the line between wow, it can do a task and can it survive my actual life. If it forgets a test job, fine. If it drops the reminder that keeps my week from falling apart, that's household damage. So let me be fair, OpenClaw is not useless. It was useful enough that I kept handing it more. And that's the trap. At first it's fun. Check this. Summarize that. Run this script. Then one day you look up and realize you've built a tiny digital employee with root-adjacent confidence. And once an agent becomes infrastructure, your standards flip. The only question that matters becomes, can it still do the boring thing tomorrow? Because boring work is where trust lives, and boring work is exactly where OpenClaw started, costing me hours, every single week. So I went digging into why that morning job died, and it always came back to the same thing, an update and a little knot in my stomach. Will the cron job still run? Will the model IDs still match? Will the config still mean what it meant yesterday? That sounds boring from the outside. From the inside, it destroys your Saturday. You spend it fixing the agent again. And what breaks is always the layer around the task. A model name changes, a root moves, a token gets weird, a Telegram session still wants an old model, a tool quietly goes missing, the task ran fine, the platform under it had drifted overnight. That's the worst kind of failure. It feels like the platform needs repair before I can even trust the agent. And that's the exact moment Hermes caught my eye. It looked easier to operate. With real agents, easier to operate is the whole game. Because with OpenClaw, the truth was scattered everywhere. Config files, sessions, wiki nodes, cron payloads, whatever I fixed last week at 1 a.m. So when that morning job died, my first question was always the same. Where is the thing I even need to fix? Half the time I was debugging the architecture around the job. Which session uses which model? Which config is stale? Which agent is even running? I like logs, I like control, but there's a limit. Your personal assistant should not feel like a Kubernetes outage in a Halloween costume. One time I just asked OpenClaw for status and waited nearly 45 seconds while it dumped 89 kilobytes of JSON at me for a status check. That's where Hermes felt different the second I opened it. The whole system in one visible structure. What's running, what's blocked, what's scheduled, all on one screen. When your agent breaks, that one control panel is the difference between a 2-minute fix and a lost afternoon. Take that 7 a.m. job. Watch the pool, check the weather, flag the calendar. That should be the easy win. But in agent systems, simple gets weirdly fragile, especially when every little job wakes a full agent with context, tools, memory, routing, and a bit of emotional baggage. And honestly, sometimes the right tool is just a script. Check the value, compare the threshold, and wake the agent only when something's actually wrong. Because is the service alive should not turn into a spiritual journey. With OpenClaw, scheduled jobs were powerful, but fragile after updates. What made me nervous was the stuff around the job. If the pool sensor is offline, fine, that's the real world. If the reminder dies because the agent woke up with the wrong runtime, that's platform pain. And that's exactly what killed my morning. So one Sunday I stopped complaining and actually tried it. I gave Hermes the wiki OpenClaw had built, moved that one 7 a.m. job over first and lived on it for 2 weeks. Here's what those 2 weeks taught me. The first thing I moved was memory, and for 2 days I was sure I'd lobotomized my assistant. See, I'd spent 5 months teaching OpenClaw everything. My preferences, my projects, my video style, every never do that again. It felt like building a second brain. Hermes took one look at that pile and started asking the question I didn't want to hear. Do you actually need all of this? Because here's what 5 months of remember everything really gets you. Some of it still matters. Some was true for 1 week. Some is a note reminding the agent about a bug I fixed back in March. Memory quietly stops being a superpower and turns into a junk drawer with embeddings, and there I was, defending every single receipt in it. And I knew that drawer too well because OpenClaw had burned me with it for months. The knowledge was always there. Wiki pages, decisions, notes I'd written myself, it just couldn't find it when it counted. The one that broke me, I asked which mic setup we'd locked in for the channel. I decided it weeks earlier, it was sitting in the wiki. And the agent handed me a confident, totally generic answer while I sat there staring at the right note, open in the next tab. That's when trust falls off a cliff. By the end, you're the search engine for your own assistant. That's delegation cosplay. To be fair, OpenClaw fights this. It has tools like memory flush and post-compaction notes that keep the important rules alive when the context resets. The catch is you manage them by hand. What turned my 2 days of doubt around was watching Hermes be opinionated about memory. It keeps a few things permanent, holds a little in the active prompt, and lets the rest expire. That's memory curation, and a long-running agent needs 2 skills: to remember and to not become a hoarder. It's an unglamorous feature. Nobody's making a viral demo called "Watch my agent delete stale memory," but every self-improving system has to answer one question: what deserves to stay? Keep everything and it gets noisy. Keep nothing and it learns nothing. The whole value is in the middle. Once memory clicked, I rebuilt my video workflow as a skill, and that's where I saw the biggest difference. Most systems have skills, sure. But usually a skill is just a file with instructions, useful but thin. A real skill should feel like a runbook. When do I use this? What tools does it need? What broke last time? And how do I prove it's actually done? That last word matters, proof. Because agents love saying done. Sometimes done means complete. Sometimes done just means it stopped typing with confidence. For real work, done is not a vibe. If I ask for a render, I need the MP4 to exist. My video workflow is the perfect test. It's a tiny factory. Script, narration, timing, visuals, review, render, file check. And every step in that factory is a scar I earned. A render that succeeded and produced no file. The wrong voice that almost became the final audio. Each one cost me an evening. So I wanted the agent to do more than apologize, to turn each scar into an operational lesson. That's what makes Hermes self-made skills interesting. When my render failed because nobody checked the output, the next version of the skill baked it in after rendering, confirmed the MP4 exists. The scar became a step. And that's the promise I actually felt. The agent got cheaper to use over time because it banks each lesson where it belongs, but only if the skills stay clean. Self-made skills can pile up too. Turn every tiny mistake into a permanent rule and your agent becomes a nervous intern with a 700-step checklist. So curation cuts both ways: create, improve, and retire. That's exactly where OpenClaw had felt manual. Then came the thing I didn't expect to care about Kanban, because chat is terrible at showing work. Chat only tells you what was said. What's running, what's blocked, what quietly vanished into the fog, all of that stays invisible. And that bites fast on longer work. A video workflow, a research task, a refactor. Those are long sequences, and sequences need state. Without it, you become the dashboard back to babysitting. Hermes Kanban gave that work a place to live outside the chat. Ideas became tasks. Tasks moved through states, and I could run several agents without pretending one giant mega agent holds everything in its head all the time. Which, by the way, is how a lot of setups quietly fall apart. One agent to remember everything, do everything. Decide everything, it looks great in a diagram and becomes chaos with a nice name in real life. The board pushed me toward roles. This one's for research, this one's blocked, this one's actually done. The point is simple, and it's the thing that finally let me stop hovering. Make the work visible enough that you can trust it. By the second week, I'd split everything into profiles. Sounds technical. The idea is simple: different jobs need different brains. My video agent shouldn't carry my home assistant context. My coding agent doesn't need to know which voice I used last week, because context is not free. Every extra thing you load can help or distract, or make your assistant answer a simple question with the confidence of someone who's read way too many wiki pages. Profiles kept the lanes separate, coding with coding, reminders with the personal one, source checking with research. It's the realistic way to run real systems. Separation is power. Profiles are boring. And boring is what keeps systems alive. So 2 weeks in, should you switch from OpenClaw to Hermes? Switch for the one reason that actually holds up. It solves a real maintenance problem. That's the keyword. Maintenance. OpenClaw is powerful, but it needs care. After an update, something in the agent layer breaks and the work just stops. The platform needs repair again. So here's the honest test. If every update makes you nervous, if you spend more time fixing the agent than using it, Hermes earns a serious look. But keep the automations that already work. Rip them out just to feel modern. And you'll have 2 broken systems where one used to run. The move that actually worked for me was hybrid. OpenClaw stays the powerful worker where it already delivers. Hermes takes the memory-heavy, skill-heavy, maintenance-heavy stuff. OpenClaw does the work. Hermes improves the runbook. It's the boring move that quietly saves your weekend. An agent system that gets more useful over time, without making you its full-time babysitter. So here's the verdict. OpenClaw, powerful, flexible, brilliant if you already have workflows that work, but fragile after updates and heavy to maintain. Hermes, cleaner to manage, visible jobs, skills that grow from real work, real structure around long-running agents. Hybrid, the safest path. Keep OpenClaw where it works. Move the painful parts to Hermes and measure the maintenance cost before you migrate everything. And that 7 AM job, the one that silently died. It's run every single morning since I moved it, and the part that matters most, now I can watch it run. That's my real takeaway. OpenClaw proved the idea. Hermes might make it livable, and that's reason enough to give it a serious test with your eyes open, but this is only one chapter. If you want to see where this whole journey started, the experiments, the broken cron jobs, the fixes, the failures, and the night I genuinely wondered whether I'd built the future of work or just a second job. The playlist's on screen. So click in and follow the whole story, what worked, what broke, and whether Hermes really becomes the next step after OpenClaw.